More than 8 years after a mortgage handler was accused of killing two of his clients in their West Side home, Ronald Santiago was found not guilty.
This after a trial that lasted more than a month and 3 days of jury deliberations. Ronald Santiago says everyone now knows the truth. He is no killer. But Greg and Bernadette Olmacher's family is not so sure.
There are times, yes, that I do feel that he was. And there are other times, that I wasn't sure, and that I'm not sure.
The Olmacher's family thinks the case was botched, and they still think the couple's daughter, Renee here, knows more about the murders than she is letting on. The defense attorney says Albuquerque police should reopen the case now that the department has new detectives and a new chief of police. Now, for more coverage of this trial and background of the case, is a very interesting one, head to our website, KRQE.com. Well, Gordon Eden will be officially sworn in as the new chief of Albuquerque Police this morning. Mayor R.J. Berry will administer the oath of office and swear in Eden at 10:30 in the council chambers at the Government Center. Most recently, Mr. Eden served as New Mexico's public safety secretary. He grew up in the South Valley and brings nearly 40 years of law enforcement experience with him, including leading the state's division of the U.S. Marshal Service.
Still no word on what led up to a shooting in Santa Rosa, according to state police. Around 4:30 yesterday morning, a Santa Rosa police officer responded to a report about a suspicious car near the railroad yard. That officer ended up in a chase with 20-year-old Kenny Silvers of Oklahoma. Shots were fired. The 20-year-old was hit and airlifted to UNM Hospital in Albuquerque. The officer was not injured. Police are warning people about a rash of robberies targeting the elderly in Albuquerque. APD says a woman has been knocking on people's door, claiming her car is broken down. Cops say this is just a ploy to get inside of the house to use the victim's phone. Well, once this woman is inside, officers say that she manages to steal the homeowner's purse or wallet. And in one incident, the suspect actually pushed down an elderly man. It happened to at least 8 people in the last month. Police believe there are more victims out there.
There are enough bar, liquor store, and restaurant tabs to warrant a criminal investigation into thousands spent by a UNM Law student group last school year. That's the finding of an internal audit from the university that's been going on for months now. It uncovered there is enough evidence to turn the case over to the state auditor about a possible misuse of funds. According to the Albuquerque Journal, at least one officer of the Student Bar Association tapped an unauthorized off-campus bank account for thousands. We'll keep you posted as this story unfolds. Coming up on 504, parents, if you have students in APS and you're thinking about transferring them to a different school within the district, now is the time to go ahead and do it.
And you know, this year APS is hoping to get more students transferred into their magnet schools rather than to charter schools outside the district. News 13's Samantha McDonald is live in the Newsplex with details. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning, Matt and Elizabeth. APS officials say they hope a number of special programs offered at the APS magnet schools draws kids there.
All we have is a 9-volt battery, and we've got a little motor inside with a fan.
Ryan O'Brien is a transfer student. He left Manzano High School for a magnet school.
It was a small environment, and I like small environments.
But he's part of a shrinking group of kids who transfer within the district. During the past 3 years, more and more kids are leaving APS.
Yep, perfect.
In the 2012 to 2013 school year, APS lost 700 kids. That cost them about $4 million, on average $6,000 per student.
The fact that we have declining enrollment is an issue for the district. It means that we're going to have to become leaner.
Before deciding on that, APS school officials are working on better educating families about the dozens of existing magnet schools with a series of open houses.
Families are really looking for middle schools that they feel are small and safe, and that the adults there will know their children by name. And it's sometimes the perception is that our larger comprehensive middle schools may not be that kind of place. And again, that's perception.
The magnet schools offer some similar programs to those in charter schools, such as taking college-level classes in high school.
What if we do something like that?
O'Brien is in that program.
Thank you, guys.
It's called College and Career High School. He goes to class at Central New Mexico Community College. It's the only high school in the city that is housed full-time on a college campus.
I could take as many college classes as I wanted to on main campus and not have to go back and forth to high school.
He will be able to get his EMT certificate through that special program, something he's excited about.
Oh, ecstatic.
If you get your applications in for transfer by March 15th, you'll be part of the first round drawing. Back to you.
Very good to know. Thank you so much, Sam. You can learn more about the schools and their open houses online. All you have to do is go to our website, krqe.com, and click on KRQE links.
Adding fluoride to the metro area's water supply is up for a vote today. Now, if you thought fluoride was already added to the water, you may have missed the decision to stop adding it. That was back in 2011. That decision was based on the fact that fluoride occurs naturally at sufficient levels to provide some benefit to our teeth. But there's a delay in the final fluoride level recommendations from the Centers for Disease Control. So the Water Authority Governing Board will vote on resuming the fluoridation today at 3 o'clock at the Government Center downtown.